Air hunger is that sensation that you can't get a satisfying breath. So therefore your body, your physiological body starts cueing you to breathe more and breathe more. Breathe deeper, breathe harder, breathe faster. But what's happened is that you've been over breathing for so long that you've become really sensitive to CO2. So you don't need more air, you don't need more oxygen. You actually usually, for most people, especially if your air hunger accompanies anxiety, trauma, grief, usually you need to breathe less. So this is breathing slower, lower into the body, not up in the chest. It's also understanding the breathing mechanics. So how do you breathe well? How do you breathe in a way that's going to access the vagus nerve, that's going to calm your heart rate and your blood pressure? It's going to lower that. How do you breathe in a way where you get more nitric oxide into the bloodstream? So these are all tools that I help teach my clients in my Breathe Well, Live Well private coaching program to overcome air hunger and anxiety that accompanies it. So if you're interested in that, most of my clients will just jump on a call with me. Right now, I'm able to give that first call 100% complimentary. So you can jump on that call with me. Personally, I had air hunger, severe air hunger. I had panic attacks. I was completely breathing too much. I felt like I was about to have a mild panic attack all the time unless I was sleeping. And it was consuming. It was so overwhelming. Nobody really knew what I was talking about. If I went to a doctor or I went to the ER a couple times, they said, hey, you just need to be on anxiety medication, antidepressants. And for me, I really didn't want to do that because I have a background in wellness and exercise physiology. I knew I was breathing wrong. And then I went down into the depths of the interwebs and working with different people and different holistic coaches. And I learned that yes, air hunger, a symptom of a type of breathing pattern disorder, usually from anxiety. And so what we can do is we can work on it holistically. So I have my little wellness wheel here. I like to help clients understand how to live well, how to balance their well-being. I got my master's in physiology and wellness coaching, so I really have a big part of what I do is wellness coaching. But the other side of it is learning how to manage that O2 and CO2, how to increase your tolerance to carbon dioxide so you're not cueing yourself all the time to breathe more and breathe more. It's also about understanding what type of breathing patterns you go to when you're stressed. Do you hold your breath? Do you have really irregular breathing? Are you breathing up in your chest? Are you breathing out of the mouth? Do you yawn a lot? Do you sigh frequently? These are all indicators of over breathing. And you've gotten accustomed to it. It's a compensation pattern, just like we can have movement compensation patterns. The breath is a movement, it has biomechanics, and we can get into these compensation patterns that aren't healthy for us, that create dysfunction. That's where dysfunctional breathing comes from. So what I like to do is I like to help you find out and get aware of your different types of breathing pattern disorders, which ones you tend to lean into that you might have even developed as young as childhood. But it doesn't mean that we can't change it because breathing is conscious and it's unconscious. It's voluntary and involuntary. We want to work voluntarily, consciously on the breathing to help you create better habits, to get better mechanics, to move better in our respiratory diaphragm. That's where I usually start with most clients, is helping them access that very sleepy muscle, the respiratory diaphragm, the mothership of all muscles. And again, as an exercise physiologist, I know my muscles. I know how to help you activate this. This is what makes my program very unique from any other program out there where I feel like therapists are now recommending breath work. They're telling people, yes, you need to breathe. Go do some kind of box breathing. Go do some kind of retention practice. That's one piece of it. That's your pace. That's not your pattern. You need to start from the foundation, from the beginning, and we need to rework the pattern to get you a better breathing habits. I even have a full online course that teaches this. So I hope that resonated with you. If you're interested in my 60-day Breathe Well, Live Well private coaching program, go ahead and jump on a free discovery call with me, 100% complimentary right now as I'm filming this video. Hopefully I'm able to continue to do that. But I love those calls because I get to meet my clients and You get to meet me and we just get to figure out if this is a good fit or not. And I'm always going to be very honest with you. So let's work together to balance your nervous system. Book that discovery call now while I can still give them, so you can breathe well and live well.